Now coming to the moot point, sir, ये जो अब लड़ाई है 2024 की, इंडिया अलायंस बनाम एनडीए, कैसे देखते हैं?
मुझे लगता है कि इसमें कोई लड़ाई नहीं है. आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज एनी फाइट और कॉन्टेस्ट इन बिटवीन. एक तरफ है मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एनडीए, जो भरोसे का गठबंधन, भरोसे का नेतृत्व और भरोसे की पार्टी, और दूसरी तरफ भ्रम का गठबंधन, भ्रम में पड़ा हुआ विपक्ष और नेता तो छोड़िए कोऑर्डिनेटर तक के लिए भ्रमित हुआ विपक्ष. सो इट इज ए क्लियर कट चॉइस बिटवीन भ्रम एंड भरोसा, मीन्स अ कॉन्फिडेंस and suspicion.
Sudhanshu ji, now the opposition, the India Alliance, is building it as a direct fight of ideologies, of what their ideology, which is secularism, democracy, Samvidhan, constitution, against what they deem is yours, which is dictatorial way of functioning.
Actually, by any parameters, I would just humbly like to ask them, can they tell any one single ideological issue in which they have not changed their position from their inception? Can Congress tell me in last 72 years after independence, at least, forget about this 138 years, can they tell a single instance on which they have not changed their stand? I just tell you, the caste census. Who stopped the caste census? Till British time it was happening, and in 1951, who took the decision? Jawaharlal Nehru's government took the decision, and the Constituent Assembly took the decision, because the election took place in 1952. And now they are saying, and on what basis? Because they said that we will not do the caste census because ये अंग्रेजों की फूट डालो राजनीति का था. Now they should make it very clear. And then from Indira ji's time, जात पे ना पात पे, इंदिरा जी की बात पे मोहर लगे कि हाथ पे. Then in Rajiv ji's time, on 6th of December 1990, while speaking on the floor of the House against Mandal Commission, Rajiv Gandhi said, कांग्रेस जात पात में विश्वास नहीं करती है, हम तो कहते हैं जात पे ना पात पे मोहर लगेगी हाथ पे. Now tell me, where is your ideological position? On one hand, you want to say that you were in favor of Babri Masjid. You said that Narasimha Rao said that we will rebuild the Babri Mosque. Now you say that you have not got the invitation. You have got the invitation, but you are not able to. So on the contrary, you tell one single ideological issue on which BJP has changed its stance in the 70 years. So that's why on ideological issues, there is a huge difference between them and us.
The charge is, Sudhanshu ji, जो alliance till now, मतलब धक्का दे दे के शुरू हो रहा था, it was sputtering, is now coming together. They have already launched their first rally where the Congress comes into question. All allies are coming together with a seat sharing arrangement date. Most of them are saying कि हो जाएगा अगले हफ्ते 10 दिन में. Then there is that 90-day yatra. So is there a sense of insecurity where it all, at least the alliance is coming together?
I think there is a sense of competition in the opposition just to capture the main space in opposition, because everybody knows that they are not going to be anywhere standing in front of NDA government and the towering and tall personality of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. तो केवल इस बात की है कि विपक्ष में अपनी स्पेस बना ले. And on this issue, if they want to say that they are for democracy, those parties who has just become a petty family fiefdom, and they are talking about democracy, in which there is one party which has butchered the democracy during the emergency, and they are talking about democracy. When they talk about secularism, they are the parties which has openly supported and said, the Prime Minister of the Congress party, Manmohan Singh ji, has said the Muslims should have first right over the resources of India. And the only instance, I challenge them, quote, a single secular country in the world in which the provisions of Sharia are having the constitutional status. In which there is a conflict between the Supreme Court and Sharia, then the Supreme Court judgment is trounced by the Parliament in favor of Sharia. I am talking about Shahbano case. And they are talking about secularism. So I think whether it is democracy, development, national security, secularism or welfare of the poor, they stand nowhere in front of BJP, in front of NDA, in front of Shri Narendra Modi.
But Mr. Trivedi, the charge is also from the allies of this alliance that, you know, the sense of insecurity was seen very recently this time, where over 140 India Alliance MPs were suspended in Parliament in a single session.
Actually, you know, there was not sense of insecurity. Yes, there was sense of insecurity in their lives. Why? after the disaster and debacle of the three Hindi-speaking states, now those who were the other partners of the so-called India alliance have started flexing their muscles. They have got stars in their eyes. Now they can pull Congress and they can put a pressure on Congress. You remember the first day who took the lead? TMC took the lead. And Derek O'Brien in Rajya Sabha was the first, who is the leader of the TMC party. He was asked by the chairman that you leave, and he denied. Then the house was adjourned. Again he was sitting. He was asked that you leave. He denied. Then the house was... I just ask if it is done in any institution. And next day what happened? Then Congress thought, oh, TMC has taken all the lead. Then what we should do? Then the next day they have started creating a ruckus. And when chairman, means vice president, has said down, now we adjourn the house, and I just ask the leader of the house, means Piyush Goyal ji, and leader of the opposition, yani Mallikarjun Kharge ji, should come and meet me in my chamber. And leader of the opposition says, I will not come. Then at least our opponent should tell me that if in their own party, if somebody categorically says that they will not even meet the party president, then what they should have done. And second thing, even if they are having any problem, they should have come out of the parliament building, and on the issue of criminal procedure code, which we have now turned into Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and other things, they should have given a point by point their point of view, and in front of the national media that these were our concerns and we were denied these concerns to be discussed in parliament. But what they have done, they were doing the mimicry show, they were doing the laughter type of show, they were making a mockery of the institution, and a very pathetic mockery or disrespect to the number 2 constitutional post of the country. So I think it also shows कि अगर उनके पास रत्ती भर का भी मुद्दा होता तो जहां मौकरी कर रहे थे लेफ्ट साइड में मीडिया खड़ा हुआ था, आके मुद्दे की बात करते, मुद्दे की बात न करके नाटकीयता करना ये दर्शाता है कि उनके पास बोलने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं. So I have given point by point answer on their every allegation.
But the charge is also, Mr. Trivedi, that MPs who were not even in parliament were suspended, the likes of the one from the DMK.
One more thing, chairman has made it very clear that this is not been just because of this. Can you quote in the last 2 years a single parliament session in which they have not created a ruckus since last 1.5 years? Every time they just try to find, and incidentally, just before, a couple of days before a parliament session, some media report appears in a foreign media and they start creating ruckus. In the previous parliament session, you remember in Rajya Sabha, floor leaders, Sanjay Singh of Aam Aadmi Party and the Derek O'Brien of TMC, thrown the book on the chair. They have stood up on the table of the Secretary General and they have thrown the mic and thrown. Harivansh ji, Deputy Chairman, has written कि मेरे ऊपर हिंसक हमला हुआ है, violent attack on me. Has it happened any time in the history of at least Rajya Sabha, which was considered comparatively, in a normal thing, it is considered elders house or upper house or this type of thing. And then it is continuously continuing. It means, and finally, when you refuse to even meet chairman, then I think your intentions become crystal clear and there is no option left other than taking action.
Moving away, the alliance says, Mr. Trivedi, that even though they are ideologically, they might be different political parties, they have one common ideology which the BJP doesn't share, which is to save democracy. For example, even the Congress starting its yatra right now, starting from Manipur, state where the Prime Minister hasn't gone ever since with what has gone down. The Chief Minister, Biren Singh, continues to be the CM. So there's a certain sense of arrogance that is the charge that has been laid at your doorstep.
One thing I would tell the ideology and the Manipur both. On the issue of Manipur, government was fully sensitive and alert and active. Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji in the last session has given a clear-cut elaboration of all the things. But they have stopped the proceeding of Parliament on the issue that it should be discussed in 267. Means stop all the work and discuss Manipur. Okay, if it was your demand, then why you agreed to discuss the Delhi bill, National Capital Territory bill? Because now the politics is ahead and Manipur is left. Then they insisted that the Prime Minister should come and reply. Then they brought no confidence motion on Manipur. And today is the day of digital data. If you look, hardly 5% opposition is spoken about Manipur. And when Prime Minister stood up and he started replying on Manipur, they left. And again, I would like to say, on Manipur issue, you have brought no confidence motion. You have given a notice against the central government. and you have not given any notice against the Manipur government in the state assembly. This is sheer politics. So that's why I am saying, and on the issue of ideology, I think if an alliance says that Muslim League is also the part of their alliance, Badruddin Ajmal is also part of their alliance, Furfura Sharif ke Gaddi Nashib Pirzada Abbas Siddiqui is part of their alliance, and Shiv Sena is also part of the alliance. ये मुस्लिम लीग और शिव सेना दोनों को साथ में रखने का गजब का आइडियोलॉजिकल वो है. एक तरफ कम्युनिस्ट हैं जो कहते हैं रिलीजन इज एन ओपियम, और कम्युनिस्ट एंटर्स इनटू एन अलायंस विद पीरजादा अब्बास सिद्दीकी, द रिलीजियस क्लरिक, द मुस्लिम क्लरिक ऑफ फुरफुरा शरीफ. साहब गजब का इन लोगों का आइडियोलॉजिकल क्लैरिटी. एंड वन मोर थिंग, कांग्रेस यूजेस टू से कि ये मुस्लिम लीग वो नहीं है जो जिन्ना ने बनाई है, सरासर झूठ है. सदर्न मुस्लिम लीग के जो चेयरमैन थे मोहम्मद इस्माइल और पीके पोकर साहब, they were considered, you know what was the title? The title was Qaide Millat. Jinnah's title was Qaide Azam. And in Madras presidency, it was comparing almost entire South India. 30 out of 30 Muslim League won under the leadership of Ismail, who was under the leadership of Jinnah, and in which 95% Muslim voted for creation of Pakistan. And now you are trying to have a fig leaf cover that this is not that Muslim League. Same people, same person, same. And even in the Constituent Assembly, the same people stood up and say, we want separate electorate for Muslims. और उसके बाद उन्होंने बोला कि ये इसलिए जरूरी है कि बड़े भाई का प्यार छोटे भाई को मिलेगा. सरदार पटेल रिप्लाइड, हम वो आपको देकर भुगत चुके हैं, अब हमें ऐसा प्यार नहीं चाहिए, आपको रहना होगा, देयर विल बी नो सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट. यानी वही जो मांग 1916 में मुस्लिम लीग ने कांग्रेस से मंगवा ली थी, वही कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में भी मांगी गई. इसलिए बहुत हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट है, सबको आइडियोलॉजी पता है. आइडियोलॉजी केवल एक है, देश का कुछ भी होता है हो जाए, केवल हमें सत्ता थोड़ी सी मिल जाए.
The defense is they've come together, Mr. Trivedi, is to save democracy and save the constitution. For example, the left that you spoke of has said that your party is appropriating the Ram Mandir inauguration. It's unconstitutional to make it a political event, which you're making it. The other alliance partners are saying that you can't appropriate Ram and, dish out inaugural invitations while the party is going to be projected as as a political event, the entire occasion.
Actually, I would like to say nobody can dare or think of appropriating Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram is considered, one more thing I would like to make it very clear. In Hinduism, Bhagwan Ram is not the son of the God or the messenger of the God or the representative of the God. He is God himself. तात राम नहीं नर भूपाला भुवनेश्वर कालहु कर काला. ये क्लियर कट रामचरितमानस में लिखा हुआ. ही इज हिमसेल्फ गॉड. एंड हु कैन अप्रोप्रिएट गॉड? यू कैन जस्ट हैव ए डिवोशन टुवर्ड्स गॉड एंड गॉड विल एम्ब्रेस यू. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली दोज हु हैव टुक ए स्टैंड, आई रिमेंबर इन माय चाइल्डहुड, बात यहां से शुरू हुई थी कि इट इज अ टाइटल सूट. नहीं, राम हुए थे कि नहीं पहले साबित करो. अयोध्या थी कि नहीं कि पहले ये साबित करो. और फिर एक नेता खड़े होकर कह रहे थे इतने हजार कमरे थे तो यहीं पे हुआ था कि नहीं, साबित करो. और उसके बाद एवरी टाइम ये दे ट्राई टू पुट हर्डल इन द कोर्ट. वो दैट टाइम बहुत लग जाएगा उसमें जाने में, मगर उसके बाद हमारे लिए इट वाज नेवर एन इलेक्शन इशू, इट वाज नेवर ए पॉलिटिकल इशू. इट इज ए इशू ऑफ भारतीय अस्मिता. इट इज इशू पेंडिंग सिंस 1528. इसलिए जब हम 2 सीटों की पार्टी थे, कभी जमाने में जिंदगी में नहीं सोचा था हमारी केंद्र में सरकार आएगी, तब भी राम मंदिर के साथ उतनी निष्ठा के साथ खड़े थे. 303 में भी खड़े हैं. मगर ये 414 के समय तो बाबरी मस्जिद के पास खड़े थे. जो कहते थे परिंदा नहीं पर मार पाएगा, वो आज कहते हैं इनविटेशन नहीं आ पाएगा. Look at the change of their ideological stance and look our firmness of our ideological stance.
My final question, Mr. Trivedi, is if you just look at data and you look at numerics, if the India Alliance succeeds in seat
sharing... One more thing I would like to add for Ram Temple.
Go ahead, sir.
That it is very much required, not only for India, for the entire world. Why? Because this symbolizes the highest human values. दुनिया का इतिहास भरा पड़ा है, भाई भाई को मार के गद्दी पे बैठा, बेटा बाप को मार के गद्दी पे बैठा. In that contrast, if somebody will come and will put down his head or her head in front of that temple, तो उसे याद आएगा कि पिता के एक वचन पे जंगल चला जाना, दूसरा भाई उसके साथ जाना, और तीसरा खड़ाऊं सर पे रखना। दिस इज द हाईएस्ट। जो बिलीव नहीं करते भगवान राम में, उनसे कहता हूं भाई कभी तुम ऐसा कोई कथा भी तुम्हारे यहां हो तो बता दो, हमारे यहां तो रियलिटी में हुआ है। दैट्स व्हाई दिस सिंबलाइजेस द हाईएस्ट ह्यूमन वैल्यू in the entire world.
Final question, sir, which I was asking you. If you look at data, you look at, the India alliance, if it comes together where seat sharing is concerned, then technically it could pose a problem. You don't think so, Mr. Trivedi?
In politics, it's not arithmetics we work. It is the chemistry.
The chemistry and arithmetics, sir, both.
No, chemistry. Because
okay.
In the last election of UP in 2019, SP, BSP were together, so we would have been routed. Nahi hua. Kyun? I would like to say that those who want to just put on, ये क्या होता है ना, जो जमीन पे नहीं होते हैं वो कागज पे 2 और 2 जोड़ के 4 देख रहे होते हैं। और एक शेर है कि 2 और 2 का जोड़ हमेशा 4 नहीं होता, सोच समझ रखने वालों को कुछ नादानी दे मौला। हम जमीन पे काम कर रहे हैं, एंड वी हैव पुट अवर टारगेट कैटेगोरिकली क्लियर। लास्ट इलेक्शन देयर वर 224 सीट इन विच एनडीए गॉट मोर देन 50% वोट। नाउ दिस टाइम अवर टारगेट इज 50% प्लस वोट। तो भाई आपका, हमारा मानना है आधे से ज्यादा हमारा है और बाकी में बंटवारा है। उनका नारा क्या है? 20% हमारा है और 80 में करना बंटवारा है।